One night in Chinatown, I was surrounded, 20 men. One exit, one calm mind. In the 1970s and 80s, Chinatown was not romantic. There were gangs, fear, and pressure. And if you didn't understand yourself, you didn't last. One night, I was cornered by members of the 14K. I didn't win because I was stronger. I survived because I stayed calm, used position, and trusted my training. This video is not about fighting, it's about why confidence and structure saved my life. Before you move on, take a moment to test your own Wing Chun. I have made a free 2-minute test where your chain punch fail you. Record one round, score yourself, and I'll show you the drills to strengthen what's missing. The links in the description. I've trained old school Wing Chun in London, Chinatown, decades of real world experience. Not sport fighting, learn traditional weapons, discipline inspired by Bruce Lee, live through situations that don't exist in gyms or tournaments. Wing Chun didn't give me arrogance, it gave me clarity under pressure. This is what happened on the night. I was walking in Chinatown, suddenly surrounded by all these Chinese men. Now look around, I know they are from the 14K. I know they want to get me today. They want to kill me today. I know that in my heart. So I went straight. I saw a wall. I went back to the wall so that everything behind me is safe. Only in the front. I always carry my Nunchaku and my kosh. You know, to flick it up. The pattern, we call it a kosh. You think it's small and it's extendable. When I flick up, it goes up. Without saying a word, I use my Nunchaku and flick, pop, pop, pop. 3 of them fell on the floor. And smash. Five of them went down. And the rest, they were like, you know. And I took up my course again. I was ready now. I have learned my lesson. I was attacked by 6 people. I was managed to take down 3 with my hand, but I have to run away. But this time, all these people, all these tribes, I was ready for them. So Wing Chun taught me that always be ready, always be alert, because you don't know what happened. So this is the life. The next day, the news spread from London to Manchester to Scotland to Ireland to Amsterdam to Hong Kong. I become so famous in the underworld, even among the East End Jamaicans and West End boys. That's how I become so famous. So since that day, nobody in London Chinatown, in Soho, dared to cross me. But sometimes, as I say, I'm not promoting violence, but sometimes your life is at stake. You have no choice but to defend yourself. You have to fight fire with fire sometimes. But obviously, when people want to hurt you and they want to kill me, I have to defend myself. This is part of my life in the 70s and 80s. I have to be so tough, so resilient, and so alert every time I walk out in the street. Maybe guns are not easy to get. So knives is very common among the Chinese, especially the triads. This is called bullies. And I've seen many things happen. Many times people when in groups, they become strong, big mouth, loud mouth. This is not the right way to behave. This is not the right way to treat another human being. You see? And people ask me, Austin, why you always walk on your own? You know, it's not safe, especially in Chinatown or even in Greek Street or in Soho. I say, look, I have nothing to hide. I know what I'm doing. I never upset anybody. People don't like me because I stood my ground. That is a problem. When you stood your ground and know what is right and wrong, many people don't like you. And they want to destroy you. And they want to hurt you. And this is a problem with societies. And that is happened in the 70s, 80s, even now. People are behaving the same way, like before when they're in group. or in gang. So I think that this story tells you that when you mess with the wrong person, whether you're in gang, you will get hurt. Let's practice the Nunchaku. Well, I call this my Wing Chun training aids. Let's practice the Nunchaku together. This Nunchaku is made from rubber, so it's easy for you to practice and you won't get hurt when you hit you on the head. It might hurt a bit, but not bad if it's made of wood or metal. So we don't want that. So get the rubber one. Now, hold the Nunchaku in the middle like that. The first technique is making what we call it number 8, the figure of 8. So this exercise will strengthen your wrist. So using your wrist, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So come down, up. So come down, up and down. That's it. Yeah. It's a figure of 8. 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you actually feel the burn in your wrist. Now, the next one you need to practice is called grabbing. So what you want to bring it up at the back and grab. See, 1, up and grab, up and grab. 2. The next technique you want to do is grab. So bring up and grab, up and grab. The next technique you want to do is grabbing. So up and grab. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So your figure of 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then bring it down and grab. And then you change. You change. Figure of 8. And then bring it down and lift it up and grab. Change. 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 Take your time. Change. We're just practicing it. Change. Change. Don't worry about mistake. Change. 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 So figure of 8. 4, 5 down, up and grab. Change. 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 Take your time. Change. 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 And relax. Practice this for 2 weeks. Your wrist, your reflex will improve. Before you trust your chain punch, take 2 minutes for this test. Will your chain punch fail you? The links pinned below. This is not a tutorial. This is to show mindset, distance, and control, not how to hurt anyone. Gangs rely on numbers. Wing Chun rely on self-control and clarity. One calm decision beats 20 emotional reactions. Wing Chun taught me that. Confidence without ego, awareness without panic, trust in yourselves. Wing Chun didn't save me because it's famous. It saved me because I understood it. If you jump styles every time the internet changes its opinion, you will never understand anything, including yourself. See you in the next video. Before you move on, take a moment to test your own Wing Chun. I have made a free 2-minute test. Will your chain punch fail you? Record 1 round, score yourself, and I'll show you the drills to strengthen what's missing. The links in the description.